welcome to this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Wildcats go on the road to Rockvale, the Coffee County Fair kicks off, and we'll hear from County Emergency Management Director Alan Lindley. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The 85th Annual Tennessee Walking Horse Celebration winds up this weekend, just as the 166th Annual Coffee County Fair kicks off in Manchester this Friday night. We'll have highlights of the celebration on Tuesday's news, but you should get out to the fair and make your own highlight reel out there. Fair hours are different every day, with gates opening Friday at 4 o'clock and the rodeo following at 7 o'clock. Please consult their website, coffeecountyfairtn.org, for details. News Leader's John Gray sat down with Tullahoma Wildcats coach Coy Sisk and discussed this weekend's away game in Rockvale.
Okay, so what we want to do right now is we're going to get a little something from Coach Sisk right here. Coach, you've said that your first three games were games that were building games, and you got to schedule them just almost perfectly the way you wanted to. This last game that we played in the first three, but I guess after this coming week, Rockvale.
Yes.
Play Rockvale. After that, then we go into our region play.
Yes, we'll start.
And so give us a little breakdown on Rockvale and what we can expect there. And that's on the other side of Murfreesboro.
Yes, sir.
On the Nashville side
yes,
of Murfreesboro.
Sir. Hey, Rockvale, a really, really impressive team. Again, somebody that a lot of people would have tried to dodge or anything like that. We've worked with Rockvale in the past. We throw 7-on-7 with them. We know that staff. Hey, and this football team has not only got a lot of good athletes, but they're really, really well coached. Like I said, our staff, the staff that I'm on,
yeah,
and look, we are good friends. We know these guys.
Yeah.
And
and that's a good thing, because you know if you've done that together and shared your teams, your young men together at a time when the last thing either one of you want to do is hurt somebody.
Oh, correct.
So what effect this game has on either one of our schedules is basically nothing.
Well, the cool part about it is, like, in years past, Rockville has stole things from us, and we've stole things from Rockville.
Yeah.
Now they've got an Alabama commit that I'd like to steal.
Yeah,
but I don't.
That'd be good. Wouldn't
I don't think that's going to happen. But the neat part is, hey, we're both really competitive. The staffs are a lot alike, and you're going to see some similarities in the kids because of the coaching styles. So look really forward to going to Rockville.
Yeah. All right. Well, Coach Sisk, here we are, 1-1. Got that coffee pot. It was my wife told me to tell you congratulations as she was moving around this morning when I left, and said to remind you that she likes just a slight bit of cream in her coffee, and she thinks that there's a really good coffee pot that you could cook it up in.
I think we can make something happen.
Okay. Well, folks, with that said, welcome to Tullahoma Wildcat football. It's a winning night last night. Anytime we can come back with the coffee pot makes it, that's one check mark off of that good season right there. And you ready, aren't you, buddy?
Hey, look, it'll make this year a lot better than last year.
There you go. There you go.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Welcome back. At Tullahoma, Mayor Ray Noa's recently quarterly planning and coordinating committee meeting, one of the attendees, Director of Tullahoma City Schools, Dr. Katrine Stevens, updated the group on the new school year.
I am Katrine Stevens, Director of Schools with Tullahoma City Schools, and it has been a wonderful beginning of a school year. We have right now 3,691 students. That's about 107 more than where we ended last school year. But you all know the beginning of the year. Some of that is going to line out as we have some moves and changes as different school years start at different times. But we're obviously running a little higher this year, which is exciting. I'm excited about the new people that have joined our schools and the district. They're adding value. Some people sitting around this table may have a child that's teaching in our school system this year, and we're excited about that. Special thanks to Governor Lee and the City Board of Mayor and Aldermen and Tullahoma City Schools partnering together on our SROs in the building. So we were able to apply, the Law Enforcement Division applied for those grants, and we have SROs in our buildings, which is very exciting to start the school year with them in place. We're looking for a couple more, but the year has really gotten off to a great start. Thanks.
Before you sit down, Dr. Stevens, you might want to put in a plug for your reading buddies.
Yes. So for those of you that are interested in volunteering, we always welcome volunteers certainly into our schools, and we have reading buddies that we are partnering in our elementary schools K-3 as we are really focusing on literacy. Thank you.
Also at Mayor Ray Noa's meeting, Tullahoma Utilities' Alan Potter and Bob Lindeman let the attendees know what they have in the works.
Hello everyone, I'm Alan Potter, Tullahoma Utilities Authority. The wastewater, we provide wastewater, water, electric and fiber in the city of Tullahoma. Some areas outside the city. Regarding the water and wastewater, they have just completed a water main replacement project on Hickory Street, and that was the in-house crews that worked on that. Prince Contracting has wrapping up a sewer project out on Ledford Mill Road for growth in that area, large subdivision coming. Electrically, I guess everyone's noticed the traffic signals in the downtown area. The post office is up and working. And the other two, we hope, are up and working next week. And then once they're all up and on, they'll be programmed and work in conjunction with each other. So that'll really help the traffic flow in the downtown area. Had a storm come through on Monday where we experienced 17 separate outages that affected about 1,250 customers. Our team worked diligently to get that up and running. Our service is back up and running. Our outage management system and our IVR systems are up, live, and active. So if you call in during a large event, we can take up to 300 plus simultaneous outage calls. So you'll not receive a busy signal, or it will not just ring. It'll recognize your phone number, match it to your address if your information's up to date, and enter the outage into the system. Electrically, we're also preparing for the many subdivisions that are on the horizon here in town. Fiber is the same. We design our fiber with our electric. The fiber most of the time follows the electric. So we're designing fiber to all the new subdivisions. and looking forward to the growth that's coming.
Thanks, Alan. Alan's one of our new, he's not that new, but in place, sort of our, make sure we have people in line. We got some retirements coming up, and we're glad to have Alan and people like him to keep our utility going. So it's very important. And I guess I'd like to say thanks to Motlow and the school system for all you do. And one thing I'd really like to impress is if you can really work hard to tell your students about the opportunities to work for a utility system. There's some really, really good jobs that people can get that don't require a college degree, but require some significant training. So I just would like to really, really stress that as we try to hire local as much as we can. One thing that we'll talk about, the Wildcat tailgate party coming up, I think, a week from Friday. Kick off the football season, so we're all looking forward to that. If you show up, TUA is one of the sponsors. I think we'll have some T-shirts and probably pizza and lots of good stuff. So my name is Bob Lindeman, by the way, and I'm the current chairman of the board for TUA. So we're glad to serve people. Our outage management system is really going to help when we have these events to keep people informed and to send our crews out more efficiently. So hopefully this will keep us abreast of all the weather events we've had recently and probably more in the future. But thanks for having us.
We also heard from Tullahoma Parks and Rec Director J.P. Kraft.
Hello, I'm J.P. Kraft with Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation hosted the 2023 Little League All-Stars games earlier this summer. We've also hosted 11 travel ball tournaments since April of 2023, 6 baseball and 5 softball. We have travel ball tournaments scheduled through November 4th. One of the biggest is going to be Perfect Game. Perfect Game is the largest travel ball organization in the U.S., and we'll be partnering with them for 2 tournaments this fall. We want to thank TUA for all their help with all the lighting at Wagner Park. The Mullins League is now the lights come on, so that's the 3rd field. They'll be moving on to the Babe Ruth field, and then TUA is going to help us, hopefully, with another field in the future. We're hosting a free girls softball clinic on September 5th through the 8th. We anticipate about 100 people to sign up for that. Friday, September 15th, we'll have our concert in the park. It will be a Heart tribute band followed by the Journey tribute band. And for the first time in a long time, all 12 full-time positions in Parks and Recreation are full, and we're excited to keep growing.
More news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
Welcome back. In this week's Mayor's Message segment from Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, we heard from the County EMA Director, Alan Lindley.
Welcome to this edition of the Mayor's Message. I'm Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny. Today I've got with me Alan Lindley. He is a Director of Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency for Coffee County, and he's got a rich history serving Coffee County. And as usual, I'll ask him to sort of explain your job description, Alan, and your background and how you've served the citizens of Coffee County in the past and what you continue to do today. And we would love to hear more about that.
Okay. All right. Let me start out with my history, Judd.
Okay.
So this year I'll celebrate 38 years in public safety, all of which has been in Coffee County.
Which is extraordinary. That's thank you. That is a great career.
I started at EMS, the ambulance service here, right out of high school when I graduated college, and worked there for several years, and then went to Tullahoma Fire Department, retired there as a lieutenant.
And I remember you being both places.
And had the privilege of coming here in 2007 and leading the ship for emergency management, and I just enjoy serving the community, taking care of our citizens. We're kind of a behind the scenes kind of group. A lot of people don't see us unless something disastrous happens. In our office, we take care of all disasters, whether it's natural or man-made, technological disasters. We do all the hazmat planning and things like that for the county. So with our industrial facilities, as well as we have 30 miles of interstate, about 8 miles of mainline rail traffic, plus our spur line that goes to Sparta. So we got a lot of hazardous materials in this county to keep up with. So that's a big part of what we do. We also do most of the training hazmat-wise and incident command-wise for the entire county for all of the other public safety agencies. So I have a staff of 2 full-time people and 2 part-time people. So it's a chore to keep up with all of it. We do,
but you can ramp up very quickly if you need to.
Absolutely.
Because he has direct conduits to the federal government, federal funding, and federal assistance. So, not meaning to cut you off, but if something big happens, he already has a relationship with various federal agencies, so people don't have to figure out who needs to be where to do what. Right. It just automatically starts happening through Alan's office.
Right, and the way we like to look at that is we're kind of the center of the hourglass. You have the state and federal resources above us and the locals below, and then everything flows through our office. And I'll give you, for instance, a couple of weeks ago on a Monday, we had a severe weather event, had a lot of wind, a lot of rain. We just finished meeting with TEMA and FEMA, which are our state and federal counterparts. We're working on getting a presidential declaration, which should reimburse a lot of our government agencies for what they did during that time, so including the utility companies. So we currently have about 3 federal declarations open in this county, between some flooding a few years ago. COVID is still open as far as the disaster money is concerned, and then now this one. So keeping up with a lot of grants. I would like to mention that the federal government, Department of Homeland Security, does put money into our program, so we're not fully county funded. We are federally offset somewhat in our funding, so it's still taxpayer dollars. It just comes from a different pot.
Right.
So got a great group of guys. We do all of my guys are certified firefighters. They're all EMTs, and most of them are fire instructors as well. So we do all the fire investigations countywide for our volunteer fire departments, and then we assist the 2 cities as well in their fire investigations. So keeps us kind of busy.
You are, man. You're slammed, and also I appreciate the weather reports you guys send out.
Yeah.
They receive very detailed and up-to-date reports from National Weather Service, and send those out to the county also, so we can have as much advance warning as possible with storms. And also he's been a great friend. He's been a great asset to the county, and Alan comes around lots and visits, keeps us up to date with what's going on. He does a great job liaisoning with various police departments, fire departments, and emergency medical places, rescue squad, and everybody knows him, and he's very familiar with everybody's job here. So Alan's kind of the go-to guy for anything I need around here that's maybe just not a boilerplate issue from the sheriff's office or something. So, and he's been great to brainstorm about as we grow as a county and look at additional assets as far as maybe ambulance substations, potential full-time county fire department in the future, which with our mega site, I think is very much a possibility to do. And Alan helps us talk about and plan some of those things too.
Mayor, if you don't mind, I would like to tag something on the end of this, and that's our HyperReach program that we have, and it's a reverse 911 system. You can go to our county website, click on services under emergency management, and you can sign up with your cell phone to receive notifications via text and phone call. it's a great way if we have to.
It is. And they won't
put
wear
an
you out.
area.
They won't send you
Right.
junk text. They'll be, when you get one, it's a bona fide issue.
And everybody needs to have that that capability on their phones and have multiple ways of getting severe weather, because, you know, although we're moving into the latter part of the summer, we've got our mini severe weather season coming up early fall. as
Oh
we
yeah,
transition into fall.
I remember when I was first elected state representative. Almost the first thing that happened was a tornado in November, and out near Union, if you remember, we had a couple of fatalities, and so the bad weather season's coming.
Believe it or not, I worked part of that tornado.
I remember it well. I sure do. But man, thank you for coming in very much, and thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for the
and
opportunity.
we'll have you back on in a few months and give us an update about what's going on, maybe hopefully after the severe weather season, after we have not had any. But we appreciate you very much. Thanks for all your work and leading that great agency. And we'll see you next week on the Mayor's Message.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
I got a tour and I saw all the things and I was so excited about them. And she took me to the movie theater and it had red chairs. This is a done deal and I like it.
We have so many activities here that you just can't keep up with them all. We have exercise, we have coloring, we have crafts.
It's charming, it's attractive, it's very comfortable. It was one of the best decisions of my life.
Welcome back. As the federal government continues to encourage Americans to transition from gasoline automobiles to electric, they have renewed the federal tax deduction for new EV purchases, but with a twist to encourage cars made in North America. This video from the IRS explains the revamped deduction.
Buying a new plug-in electric vehicle or fuel cell vehicle in 2023 or after may qualify you for a clean vehicle tax credit of up to $7,500. The total amount of the credit is based on the vehicle's battery capacity and battery components, and the critical minerals used in the battery. This credit is available to individuals and businesses. The vehicle must be for you or your business's own use and mainly used in the United States. There are also some income limitations. Some of the qualifications for the vehicle include a battery capacity of at least 7 kilowatt hours and a gross vehicle weight rating of less than 14,000 pounds. The vehicle must be made by a qualified manufacturer with final assembly occurring in North America, and the seller must report the sale with the buyer's taxpayer identification number to the IRS. Also, the vehicle's manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP, can exceed $80,000 for vans, sport utility vehicles, and pickup trucks, or $55,000 for other vehicles. Learn more about this clean vehicle tax credit and which electric vehicles qualify by visiting irs.gov/clean vehicles.
In this mostly wide-open job market, the TWRA is hoping to remind people that there are lots of opportunities to work as a Tennessee wildlife officer, as this video explains.
Wildlife officer, open up!
Are you looking for your dream job? Natural Resources Protection is what we do.
With a competitive pay plan starting at around $60,000 per year, this rewarding career is now more attractive than ever.
If you are a highly motivated, self-starting individual who can also work well as a part of a team, come join us.
Successfully hired candidates will attend the 23-week Tennessee Wildlife Officer Training Academy, where officers will graduate with a commitment to serve the great state of Tennessee.
Every day, we work hard for our sportsmen.
If you have a BS degree in wildlife or fisheries management, or a closely related degree,
we're looking for you. Our officers work daily to protect our waterways.
This is my office.
This is my office.
This is my office.
If you are 21 or older, highly motivated and disciplined, and have a clean criminal history, we are looking for you.
Come join our team.
The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency is looking for new wildlife officers. With an application period opening in September, training for these new cadets will start in January.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1951 at 101 degrees. Record low was in 1946 at 46 degrees. The average high for this day is 85, and the average low is 66. Cloudy tonight with a low of 62. Partly sunny skies for Friday with a high of 83 and a low of 63. Sunny skies expected for Saturday with a high of 84 and a low of 63. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe. Have a great evening.